Here at Primal Note Studios, I'm sitting down with...
Mateus, I play lead guitar.
Len Lamana, I'm singer, rhythm guitarist.
Michael Minchev, drums and cymbals.
Ian Rodriguez on bass.
From Frail Fragment. For an exclusive chat before they film their music video for their single, Wash Her, Dry Her. Every single discussion I have with a band that's new to the Dr. T show, welcome by the way, hi, how's it going? I'm Dr. T, I ask this and it never gets old. Can we get Frail Fragment's origin story? How did you meet and how did you get started?
I met Ian, my brother-in-law, in 2003 at Ryerson University, and we were both in bands at the time. And we, lost touch for a year. He messaged me. He got everyone's information at some bar we went to after the year was over. And he messaged me out of the blue like a year later, and he's like, "Hey man, like what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Well, I recorded a song," and I sent him the song. And he's like, "Who's singing?" And I'm like, "It's me." He's like, "Who's singing?" Like, "It's me." And he's like, "What's your number?" And he called me. "What do you need? Like, who are you playing with?" I'm like, "Well, I play with my best friend and some guy. So I need like a bass player and a drummer." And he's like, "Well, my cousin plays drums and I'll play bass for you." I'm like, "All right." And then I had a studio in Scarborough when he showed up, and I looked at my best friend and I'm like, "Yo, these are the guys, man." Mm-hmm. And from that day, like that was kind of how the band started. And we went from there to playing like between 2007 to 2011, we did 350 shows.
Damn, that is a resume you've built yourself. Can you confirm this, Ian? Can you confirm it?
Yeah, but another cool thing about that story is that when we met, this guy wasn't even born yet. What? True story.
You guys are old. So, from your 5th album, Fragments in 2022, you're finally here to film the music video for Wash Her, Dry Her. What is the song, what are the lyrics about? What's the song about, Wash Her, Dry Her?
It's just being like, feeling like you're out of control, being frustrated. And I actually teamed up with a guy, Jason Hawkins, who's doing the movie The Night Devours, which is coming out.
I've actually heard of that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. It's coming out this year. And like Frail Fragment are all over that movie. So we're doing the music video, and as a passion project, I'm gonna incorporate the movie into the video, and it's just about creating and getting out there, and getting your music out there to the world. So
cool.
If I may add,
yes.
I think Len got a lot of inspiration from the pandemic. Yeah. That was an album that he wrote entirely during the pandemic. So I think a lot of the themes in the songs are kind of about that, like control and losing control and that sense of helplessness, I guess.
Well, COVID sucked, but a lot of good music came out of it. I can confirm that for real. Now, the Fragments Tour, May 4th. They're playing at Horseshoe Tavern with the Android Meme and Star Beasts. I got a question for the future, way past this. Whom do you hope to play together with in the future? And this is a question for the whole band. Anyone? I'm gonna start on this side now. If you can think of any bands you want to play with, big or small, Toronto, worldwide, who do you want to play with in the near future or just the far future? Who do you want to play with?
How about those guys from Hamilton?
That's a broad spectrum you gave me there.
Arkells.
Oh, the Arkells. Arkells, if you're listening, Frail Fragment's looking to open up for the Arkells.
frailfragment@hotmail.com.
Write it down. How about you?
All right, so for me, the obvious one is when I first, met Frail Fragment, auditioned, or, first jammed with them. I wanted to make a good impression. I was still really young, like you said. I think I was 17, so I couldn't even get into bars when we had shows, technically.
How old are you now?
How old do you think I am?
I was going to say 17.
Well, thank you. I like to think I look that young. I'm actually 23 now.
Dr. T exclusive.
But back then, when I was 17 and I had that first audition rehearsal with them, I wanted to make a good impression, and so I decided I'm gonna wear something that suits the music, goes with the music. So I came in with my t-shirt straight from Hot Topic. It was an Alice in Chains Jar of Flies tee, and that's one of my favorite albums to this day.
I'll second Alice in Chains, and I'll even throw in Deftones. The Fragment tour is starting April 27th. The big one in Toronto is on my birthday. May the 4th be with you show at the Horseshoe Tavern.
And also with you.
Thank you. And we got, Star Beast, the Android Meme, the Reed Effect, and Frail Fragment. It's going to be a killer night. You should come out Saturday night at the Horseshoe. So.
Mark your calendars, people. No, we'll wait until you do. Okay. I just unfortunately saw Madam Web, which is essentially Final Destination meets Spider-Man without Spider-Man. Find my review on my Instagram, on my YouTube, and everything like that. But it's all about time jumping and changing the future, etc., etc. And I want to ask you this, transitioning this, webbing this all together. If you could go back in time and change anything in the history of music, what would it be?
I wish that some artists that died too young were still alive. One of them would be Kurt Cobain. I imagine what he would be writing if he was still alive. Or, I don't know, like John Coltrane, on the jazz side. Pretty much any great artist that died young, if you could help them, not to die young.
R.I.P.
The reason why I have a guitar is, the reason why I wanted a guitar and I got a guitar was Kurt Cobain, right? Like, the reason why I play in a band was Kurt Cobain, so he'd be definitely one for me as well. That's second.
That's 2 for Kurt Cobain. Are we gonna 3 or what are we going with?
As soon as he started asking the question, I was like, man, I think music would be so different if Kurt was still around. I think a lot of things that I don't like in music wouldn't have gotten an okay if he was still around. I think it wouldn't have been as cool to do those things. Not calling anyone out, but I'm gonna go 3 for 3 for Kurt.
Just a shot in the dark here.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to change things around. Maybe I would have probably, if I had the power, of course, I had them turn the bass up on Justice for All.
So
the bass in the whole album.
So you could bring people back to life. You could do all this. Nah, turn that bass up. That's what I want to hear.
James Newstead.
Didn't slap it loud enough.
Chill up his spine.
Catch the Wash Her Dry Her music video later this year. In the meantime, listen to It's and all of Frail Fragment's music on Spotify, Apple Music, and all major music platforms. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all Frail Fragment. Please, tell them who you is.
We are Frail Fragment, and you've just been washed dry on the Dr. T Show.
Ooh, that's dry.